What's up, everybody? Welcome to my first video. Today's a really exciting day. I'm gonna get a chance to showcase my rig for this year that I'm playing bass with. Stick around. So check it out, you guys. This is it. This is my amp setup that I will be using for this year and probably the rest of my life. Maybe just adding on to more speaker cabs, but more about that in a minute. So guys, this is the Darkglass microtubes 500. I have it paired with the Darkglass 1x12 cabinet. I'll start off with the head and just give you a little brief description of what's going on with everything. This is basically my settings that I've been using, with the exception of the master volume. I have it kind of turned down a little bit low just for late night bedroom jam sessions. It's really solid sounding amp. A quick little overview about the Darkglass head. Like I said, it is a 500 watt head. There's a couple of different settings that you can use to change kind of how the bass tone or the basic tone sounds, and then after that you can really fine tune with the frequency cut. One thing that I want to show you guys is you have the option to choose between the VMT and the BK3 setting. The BK3 setting is going to give you kind of a more aggressive, like real dirty sound. A little bit of distortion in there for you. Just really good for playing like metal-y stuff. It sounds really sick for that. I also have experimented a lot with the VMT section of this, which is kind of my go-to, honestly, for bass tone through this. I really just, honestly guys, I'm a super big fan of kind of light distortion, if any distortion at all, and just a real clean, punchy bass tone. I kind of leave the effects up to what's coming from the guitars, and yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I think it sounds good for a certain, or at least the way that I play. You guys might have a different style as far as, like, you know, everybody's hand styles are different. We all can kind of play the same notes for more or less, but a lot of the tone comes from how hard you pluck the strings and things like that, if you use a pick, and so on and so forth. I personally don't use a pick when I play bass, but it's just a personal preference for me. I really enjoy the tone that I get from just using the fingers. Moving on to the bass cab. I'm really satisfied with this cab. One of the things that's a huge plus to me about the cab, you guys, is how incredibly lightweight it is. It only weighs 27.5 pounds, which for anyone who knows anything about bass gear, 27 pounds is incredibly light for a bass cab. It has a Baltic birch front to it, and I'm probably going to butcher the name on the type of wood, but to me it reads Palolinia, is what the actual cab is made out of. And then it has this really sick, like, carbon fiber style, I guess, like, wrap going around it. It makes it really pop. It has the P audio drivers in there, which sound really solid, you guys. A little bit more about the cab. We'll take a look at the back of it. Alright guys, so this is the back of the cab. One of the things that I really found interesting about this is, I'm calling it speaker attenuation. There's probably a different or more correct term for it, but basically what this knob does right here, you guys, you can kind of basically adjust the frequency range that comes through the cab a little bit better. Like, if you want more bass, or more mids or treble to cut through the mix, you can kind of twist this knob. I prefer like the really low end to stand out, so I have it almost all the way down, just barely at the minus sign. And then it has the standard in and out jacks for your speakers. As well as, I want to point this out on the Darkglass stuff as well. For the back of the head, you can go balanced output, which will take you like, if you're going to like a soundboard or something like that, or you're recording, you have the effects loop, and then you have the headphone jack as well, which is super cool for just playing and not disturbing everybody, because this amp will definitely make some volume if you need it. More about that in a second. Alright guys, so now it's time. I'm going to do this little tone test for you guys. Basically, the setting that I have it on is the red channel engaged. So that's that's the BK3 setting. I have the cut for it's 1.5 kilohertz, and I have it open on this side. Like I said, the master setting is like relatively low because I don't need it to be super ridiculous loud right now, because I'm just playing with myself and no additional instruments are being used, so it's just kind of for the tone test for you guys. But like I said, red channel on. I'll play a few riffs with this, and then I'll switch it over to the blue channel, and we'll do kind of like a comparison to see you know, what you guys think is better. All these riffs I'm about to play are off the cuff, so if it sounds a little sloppy, it's because I'm just kind of making it up as I go along. But yeah, so again, red channel, here we go. Alright, so that was the red channel. Now I'm going to switch over to the blue channel, and it kind of like gives it like a little different feel to it. It's a little bit more, it's, to my ears it sounds a little bit more wet. But, you know, whatever you guys like better. So again, that was the blue channel. Switching back to the red channel, same riff. Red channel, blue channel. Cool. So you guys have got like a basic overview about the two main settings that I kind of alternate through. Again, kind of for this one, I'm enjoying the first channel, the red orange channel, a little bit better. I think to me it cuts through the mix a little bit better. Some might like how the other channels sound a little bit better. It's just all to your personal preference and what your ears like. Everybody is free to have their own opinions on what sounds great to them. I personally think Darkglass is doing an amazing job either way on either channel. But yeah, for this I was kind of enjoying the red/orange setting a little bit better. Stick around, you guys, for more videos. Peace. Alright guys, so you've seen my basic gear, what it does as far as the capabilities that it can do. Now let me just talk a little bit about some things I've noticed within the first week or so of me owning this cab and head combo. First of all, the biggest thing that I can say is the tone is incredible. Hands down, probably the best tones out of any bass that I've had the opportunity, or bass rig that I've had the opportunity playing through. As far as the 112 cab is concerned, it is very, very light, like insanely light how easy it is to move around. So that's a huge plus. As far as like overall volume and everything is concerned, I think it's a great setup for using, like if you're playing, you know, kind of like smaller venues with just the 110. And then if you wanted some more volume out of that, you can simply run it DI or use a microphone to mic the cab. What's cool about the head is when you run DI, it makes the signal unaffected, so it gives it like a nice clean signal to the board. I've noticed, I've played through some amps, and like when you start running XLR outs and things like that, the signal changes like a little bit. But yeah, more about that in later videos when I do tone tests for you guys. So basically, my overall opinion of this setup is I give it a 9.5 out of 10. The only thing that I would say would make this rig any better for me is if I had like a whole wall of these speaker cabinets. Yeah, literally, there's nothing I think they could have done to improve the engineering. It sounds perfect. There's no crazy overtones of like vibrations within the cab. So it sounds really, really good overall, you guys. Like I said, the only thing that I would like is just like a ton more of it. So thanks a lot, Darkglass, for making super sick gear. I'm really, really excited to be playing on this. Stick around for more tone tests and updates. Peace.